Yo, at it again. Yo, see me? Yo, from California to the Bay, from LA, San Diego, back up. Yo, we run things. Can't stop we. Night Lovell, there.
Sky stay low when the night stay calling. 30 mil a week, damn shit, I stay ballin'. Never take a break, 20 bitches all told me look back to the time, cash never stay boring. Got my eyes low, both eyes low. Walking in snow, bitch, walking for the show. Packing back this, never fucking with the snitch. Change jug to the edge of the place on the cliff.
Yo, I got a big up man like Night Lovell. Yo, straight to the top, we never fell. See me? Yeah, I got a big up Renegade.
The Honda S line of sports cars was a two-seater roadster made by Honda, starting from 1955 and still continues on today. Way back in 1955, Japan's Ministry of International Trade and Industry announced a program called the People's Car. Their vision was a four-seater with a top speed of around 100 km per hour, priced at 150,000 yen or $1,365 US, or $12,700 in today's money. Other manufacturers also followed these guidelines, including Suzuki's Suzulite and the Subaru 360. Unlike the others, Honda decided to make a two-seater sports car called the S660 in 1962. It was powered by a 360cc inline-4, producing about 33 horsepower. Sadly, it was produced for the mass market but never actually sold. Later, during 1963 to 1964, the S500 was produced. It had a larger 531cc inline-4 producing 44 horsepower and revved up to 8,000 RPM. It was coupled to a 4-speed chain-link drive at the rear wheels. 4-wheel independent suspension was also standard. The car weighed only about 680 kilograms. The car was priced at $1,275 US at the time, or about $10,400 US today. After the S500, the S600 was announced in 1964 and sold until 1966. The S600 had a 606cc engine, up from the S500's 531cc engine. The engine put out a respectable 57 horsepower and revved up to 8,500 RPM. It weighed in at only 715 kilograms or 1,576 pounds, so it was able to reach 140 kilometers per hour. After the S600, the S800 was released, selling from 1966 to 1970. It had a 791cc inline-4 pushing 70 horsepower and was also capable of revving up to 10,000 RPM. It also allowed the car to reach 100 miles per hour or 160 kilometers per hour. Sadly, Honda wouldn't produce any more Honda S-Line sports cars until 1999. For the 2000 model year, Honda revived the S-Line by releasing the Honda S2000. The AP1 sold from 1999 to 2003. The S2000 had two generations, the AP1 and the AP2. The AP1 was powered by a 2-liter 4-cylinder VTEC engine dubbed the F20C. It had a power output of 247 horsepower and was mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox and a limited slip differential. A special edition called the Type V was available just for the Japanese domestic market. The differences were that it had a variable gear ratio steering, revised dampers, stabilizers, and limited slip differentials. Its placeholder was obviously the AP2.
Hi!
The AP2 was sold from 2003 to 2009. The AP2's difference was that it had 17-inch wheels instead of 16, retuned suspension to reduce oversteer and improve stability. Its main difference, however, was in the engine. Instead of a 2-liter F20C engine, it had an F22C1. The stroke was lengthened, so the displacement increased to 2.2 liters. As a result, it could only rev up to 8,000 instead of 8,800. It had 10 horsepower less, making 237 horsepower. There were several special versions of the AP2. In 2008, for the US market, they released a more track-oriented version of the S2000. It had reduced weight, fewer comfort features, revised exhaust system, black lug nuts, darker wheels, clear side markers, stiffer suspension, and new Bridgestone Potenza RE 070 tires that were thicker by 1 cm, increasing the tread from 245 to 255. Also in 2008, for the Japanese domestic market, was the Type S that sold until 2009. The defining features were weight loss, a body kit that gave higher downforce, bespoke wheels and interior. The suspension was also improved for handling. In the UK for 2009, the S2000 GT was sold. The GT had a removable top and an outside temperature gauge. The Ultimate Edition and GT Edition were sold in Europe for the 2009 model year. They were limited run versions of the S2000. The GT Edition 100 only sold 100 units. Many people think the S2000 was the last car from the S-Line series, but you're wrong, because in 2015, Honda released the Honda S660, which was a throwback to the K car origins. It was powered by a 660cc turbocharged 3-cylinder, mated to a CVT transmission. Its power is at 64 horsepower, which is the maximum for K cars. So that was the Honda S-Line in about 7 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please consider liking this video if you thought it was good or informative, and maybe even subscribe for more videos like this. It would mean a lot to me if you could share this video or even channel with a friend who is also fairly interested in cars. Hope you don't mind the stingy self-advertising, and anyways, hope you guys have a good day.